funnel cake. In this mission that we on, it don't come with breaks. Real recognize real, you looking more than fake. Street money got me feeling like I'm signed already. Hands to the money, it was like a yo-yo. Wrists all yellow like the strings on 8 solos. Treat the club like tunnel day, straight rose smoke. Fawns on the curb, rooftop, Cubans on gold. I've been feeling like Biggie, pump pop, more nose. Pulling up, lanes to the back like cornrows. Bag boy, I don't fuck with middlemen. This for my niggas in the yard doing 50 clips. Lawyer fees when I'm ducking in the lawyer bitches. Diamonds got a nigga cold like the ball of this and Henry.
Trap, I'm a trap. I gotta boost up the stats. Nigga, this is thugged out Thursday. I be selling drugs at my workplace. I put on a show like a church day. Ching Bing and Mike Booth with the wordplay.
Let them know we got two bosses.
We own everything.
We have a Latin pioneer here.
Believe it. Not me.
His name is Don Dinero.
Talk about it.
Is he vice president? I believe.
No, he's the president.
Oh, he's the president. Let's be clear. Listen to me. Hold up.
Not only is he a client.
Hold up.
He's the president also.
And a president that knows his material. A president
he knows his business.
Because
we was chopping it up on the side.
A person that's been around the business.
Double platinum, let's say that.
Listen,
independently. Let's say that too.
Let's make some more fucking noise
double
for that.
platinum, independent.
Don't do
Facts. I want headphones, yo.
Yeah.
You can't be the only one with headphones.
Listen, hold on. No disrespect. I don't want to ever cut you off. Dinero, give me 1 second.
Can I ask a question?
You can ask any question.
Is Sony paying us?
Listen, no.
All right, then I don't want to put them on.
Sorry, so you absolutely right. Should I take mine off?
I believe you should.
Listen, I'm listening to Chris.
If they not giving us product or something, this is how we move
here.
You know, this is the generation right now that we own and should own everything we doing.
Headphones like the next podcast?
Absolutely.
Because if you know somebody that's black or whatever,
absolutely,
help us out. This is
Sincere. We coming.
Yeah,
we need some phones, yo. You heard me? We need some phones. But that's real. Like, you know, this is all business now. We're not young, ignorant kids just jumping in hip hop and not understanding this culture and what it really means.
Yo.
And I love what McDonald. Yeah, I love what he was saying because it's about moving the culture, and that's all, man. If that's all my existence is right here, my whole life is just moving the culture forward and helping individuals in this business to move forward, so they could own, operate, and monetize their businesses.
Yo, Chris, listen. We're gonna have a lot to talk about. We're gonna get back to Dinero, but please, Chris, we got a lot. Thank you so much. Listen, you know what though? I just wanted you to know one
Familia.
thing. I love wearing headphones. Sometimes Booth be like, "Why are you wearing headphones?" I'm like, "This is a podcast."
Can I tell you another thing?
And
then
my man, everybody.
I know we in the studio, but you know the other thing is, and if we gonna do it, then it should be our own. Yeah. Meaning, let's support our brothers and sisters that own their own companies. Yeah. If we don't do that and empower, like you see who's in office, you see what the fuck he's doing, man. If niggas ain't on this shit and understanding, if we don't take control of our economic power, man, I'm telling you. I didn't go to school either. Just so y'all know, I didn't go to school.
Let's make some noise for
5 years. 5 years in high school.
Came from the school of hard knocks.
Listen, this is a different type of podcast. This is Thugged Out Thursdays. Yeah, we say we thugged out, but we very professional now. Let's get it clear. We very hardcore.
What's the name of your company?
The new company that I just started is called Adventures Music.
Yeah, Adventures Music.
You know, I empower independent artists to own, operate, and monetize their business. So I'm 30 plus years in the game in music.
Let's be clear.
Not just Murder Inc. Before that, we had Blunt Records, and we did music there. And then, I mean, we work with pretty much everyone in the industry, N.O.R.E. included. N.O.R.E., what up, boy?
What up?
You heard?
What up, bro?
What?
I've been on stage.
You know what I'm saying?
I've been on 1,000
N.O.R.E.
stages.
family.
What?
Facts.
I used to say what sometimes, and N.O.R.E. looked at me and be like, "Man, you out of pocket." They supposed to say what? I'll be like, "Fuck it." He'd be like, "Fuck it."
But you know, I've been doing it so long, and then me and my brother Irv, what up? Irv out in L.A. right now. You know, we doing that Tales on BET, that TV show that's killing right now. Man, we killing that. But you know, everyone with the music end, it's just different because the industry changed. So I'm just trying to teach these artists, these independent artists, what's changed and how come and why and how you could actually exist to make money. Most independent artists never made $1. Right. Never, not $1.
They just happy to have.
But it costs you money to make these records. So it's like, and that's why I'm so big on supporting our own because we support everyone but us. Wow. You know, and I'm not with that.
That's what's up, man.
I'm not with that. I tell everyone I just started this company. I got over 2,000 artists and growing. Yeah. I won't know till the next number until I reach 5,000. I mean 3,000, and then you know, and as it's grown. But we're not automated yet. Right.
You just basically like a Def Jam per se. You like
I'm not a label.
Not like a label.
I'm not a record label.
Digital. Like
I don't own anything.
No, you know you.
I don't own anyone's music. I don't take.
So
okay, that's.
What it is.
I don't own anyone's music.
How do you benefit from this?
You want to know how I make money? Then I'm gonna have to hurt you, bro.
No, we don't want to.
Get your hands out my pocket.
Listen.
You know Facts, Q. What up, baby?
Nah, because
get your hands out my pocket. Just know that I'm here to help.
Nah, we want.
So
you know, save yourself.
How you helping?
Nah, we want to work.
Again, if you never made $1, and I guarantee anyone on my platform made $1, everybody will make money because it's done right. So when music's done right, there's certain things that happen. When music is done right, meaning license, just simple things, and put out the right way, it's forever. This isn't a game we here just for a moment. This is forever. I'm making money on the first records we made 30+ years ago.
Because this is almost 40 million, right? Almost 40 million, I believe. Or 30,
when you say
40,
I don't know what you're asking. The 40 million
in
records sold. Yeah. Oh, Murder Inc. Yeah, we over 40 million records sold.
40 million. So this is 40 million records.
Yeah.
Listen, they gotta relax.
You gotta relax.
Listen, Chris. Listen, let me tell you something. They gotta relax.
Yeah.
Things sound real good around here. Not meaning.
I'm gonna drink to that, yo. No, Happy New Year. I'm gonna drink to that, yo.
Chris, not meaning to stay left, but I heard a rumor that you trying to start 4, 5, 6 in the casinos or
not trying. We did, you know, me and Wayne Davis, you know what I'm saying? I shouted your whole name, Silverback. You heard me? That's Harlem. He's Harlem.
Oh, that's my brother. I know him.
He's Harlem. And him and Sewell, his other partner, and I got involved with CeeLo. So we bought the patent. Someone had the patent before us. Right. So patents last, if you understand that business, patents last 20 years. Right. You know what I'm saying? So we bought the patent on CeeLo, so we own the game CeeLo. Then the money, the real money, see, if you get into the business of that, like, let's say craps or blackjack, everyone goes to the casino. Someone is getting paid from a casino for blackjack. So what are they getting paid for? Because the patent lapsed. It's longer than 20 years of gaming, right, of blackjack. Yeah. But what changes is the tabletop. So if you think of what I'm telling you, go to the casino, you see it, the tabletop of blackjack, you might see Spanish blackjack, 21 card blackjack. Those now are new licenses for patents for that part of the game because it was never done before. Right. Everything we talking about is intellectual property. This is an intellectual property we doing right here. Yeah. Music is an intellectual property. Yeah. Shout out, and I'm just trying to teach.
Shout out Thug Dog Thursdays.
We call it IP. So intellectual property, just really easier understanding of intellectual property is unique, right? Anything unique is an intellectual property. Absolutely. One of one. We are all intellectual properties. We are one of one. So think of records. Let's keep it in music. When you get a deal with a label, what happens? They sign you, right? And you get it. They sign you, but they're not only signing you for your name. They sign you for your likeness. Yeah. You know, think of Bob Marley, you know, the T-shirts sold. You know, someone owns that. What's his name? Blackwell. You know what I'm saying? He owns all of Bob Marley. He now kicks back money to the estate, but it's his decision who can make a shirt for Bob Marley because he owns that because Bob Marley was signed to his label. So he owns that likeness. So understand that. Even Tupac, anything when you see it, if it's done officially, Interscope owns it. And you have to, you know, they'll give money back to the estate, but they own it, which means they control decisions and where it goes and deals and everything.
How it goes and how it looks.
So I'm trying to teach artists, especially today, man, you got to understand that business. If you understand that business, we in the game. And you don't need to give it up. You know, think of record labels, they stop signing artists. They don't just sign you because you have talent like we used to do it. That's how, if we thought you had talent, we take money, maybe $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 just to develop you, to see if you could be a star. Before we sign a deal. Those days is long gone, right? So labels, once they stop investing in artists and trying to find artists like they do, they only find you after you're already successful.
You gotta be popping.
And then they come in, sign you up. And a lot of times what artists don't know or people don't know is they do it quietly. They do it under the radar, under the table. They sign you way before you realize they already signed him. And then you like, damn, he's really popping now. No. That's because Atlantic put that bag and they moving them. Right. You know what I'm saying? Behind them. But you think he still appears because they want organic fans. They want it to be still organic. Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we trying to keep this momentum here, right?
We can't lose it.
No, listen, the energy, you know, the energy.
I need to know some more.
No, listen, my brother, the energy, the vibe. Come on, listen, the energy, the vibe, what we stand for. Dinero, you a pioneer in hip hop in the Latin culture, and I know Chris also is aware through your awareness, because
I wanted to bring Dinero in. I want to bring me in. I don't mean to cut you off, Ching.
How did y'all meet?
Because it's crazy. Because it's funny. We have a mutual friend that passed, right? That who's found Akon and that whole movement. Screw is my man, and I can't believe because Dinero was with Screw all those years, and I never ran into him. And then in Two Tone, years later after Screw passed and me and Dinero never met, then a mutual friend from Brooklyn, from East New York, Two Tone, calls me up and he tells me I gotta meet this guy Dinero. He sees the movement I'm doing with Adventures and he's like, you gotta meet Dinero. I see you're doing a Latin division. I'm not Latin, but I knew that I have to empower the Latin community. It was Latin artists. When you see, I'm from the music label, so I was at the highest level. We never dealt with N.O.R.Es or anything like that. I only dealt with CEOs. So my grooming in business was through them. We got to see exactly how they thought, moved, and decision-makings they was making. And the way they treated the Latin artists, like in Universal or Warner Brothers, was disgusting, or Sony was terrible. And they treat artists terrible. So it was like, that made me say, damn, the growth, because just the numbers, the growth for the Latin side, you know, I tell everybody again, it's about knowing things. The more you know, the better you are. If you have kids, more than likely they're gonna be dealing with a Latino when they have to deal with their bosses or whatever may be in their lives, or a Chinese person, because it's just numbers. They're growing too fast. They're growing so fast, and they're gonna populate this world faster than we populate it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm so blessed to have you here to, share this information.
Enlighten the fans.
And just giving this information so these young guys can,
it's important,
feel the energy.
I tour all over the country doing this shit because it's so important. And I spend my own money. I tell everyone you can't stop me because it's my money.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't need nobody to do what I do. And I take out, 12, 14 people on the road with me, you know what I'm saying? And we do this all over in all types of cities.
The reason Adventure is necessary is because there's only so many people that's going to be able to get a deal.
Facts.
And the interesting thing about the music industry,
I like numbers. How many people got deals in like major record labels? Just get like
not a Latino or just
anybody. I don't give a damn what artist, because I'm not talking about any. Is it more than 5,000 artists signed? Is it more than 5,000 artists signed in all labels?
No, in general. Signed in general.
Okay, so then we're talking about independent artists. There's over 22 million in the United States only. Right. So, I like numbers. If there's 5,000, less than 5,000 that got deals, what are you doing with the rest of these millions of artists that never will get a deal? Right. They need to come holler at me. ASAP. ASAP. Let
them know the name of the company.
Adventures Music. ADD. I'm adding things together.
I always tell Chris that we're in an interesting business because what you're doing is you're dealing with people's dreams.
Facts.
So all those people who back in the day when you really needed money. When I shot my first video, we really needed not the bag, we needed the duffel bag. You feel me? There was no digital, it was films. $250,000 to shoot a full-out video back then with cars and the whole shit. Now you could probably do it for fucking $2,500, $5,000.
Facts.
You feel me? Everybody got a Bentley. You got good credit, you can get a Bentley. Trust
what
me.
was your first video cost?
$250. That's
$250.
And it's out this
independently, he paid that shit.
Now he been getting cake. He got some chicken university. Hold up. Let's be clear. This is hold on.
No, I'm saying we don't want to talk about that right now. Listen, keep it humble.
I know who
I say about the
Dinero.
But listen,
facts.
This is important. The key is we're dealing with people's dreams. So Chris's platform, the reason I'm part of this and I have my name and I've been independent my entire time. People say, yo, where you been at? I've been building, trying to build because there's so many people out there that are talented that are not. Let me tell you about the Spanish game. Universal folded. There is no Universal.
There's
Latino.
no more.
There's no more.
There's only
think
one
about-
more.
Think about it.
Sony Latino.
Hold on, I'm gonna throw something else on there. The biggest artist,
Warner just signed De La Ghetto. They gave him a deal.
they
It's okay.
gave-
De La Ghetto. Yeah, he should have signed with us.
Listen,
We was
what
on
I'm
his
trying to
ass.
tell you is that what's happening now, I think the first one to take a step forward, we was discussing is with Gabi Messiah signed that deal with Atlantic.
With Atlantic.
So it's the first
Gabi, what up, boy?
Anglo
Gabi,
labels. I always say Anglo. The English labels are getting involved.
But what they got, a single deal, or album deal, or what they got?
Imagine if you're a Spanish artist.
Yeah. I'm just saying, what deal they got? Like, I'm asking.
No, they got an album deal.
You saying they got it? Oh, they got an album deal?
Yeah, for Messiah.
Okay.
Thugged Out Thursdays.
Chris, listen, we putting out an album. Me and Booth, we got the Thugged Out podcast album, Volume 1. We putting out. Then we got a mixtape, but we also doing a Latin album.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody know. We
We need
super
that.
Producers. Look, we got.
That's got to be
I ain't
Adventures.
even talking about it. We just
It's got to
shut
be
up,
an
but
Adventure production,
we
yo.
got some heavy hitters and we got some shit cooking. So we got to figure out.
We
what
don't
can
own
do
anything.
something, and let's figure it out. But look, Chris, I need headphones because look, this I'm not used to this. I'm used to.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm hearing the and nigga dun dang.
But yeah,
Shake, but
go ahead, put them on. I'm gonna see what they
listen,
sound
Nah,
like.
it's all good. Listen, we're gonna
All
stay
right,
focused. We very happy to have you here. I'm so blessed and honored. You know what I'm saying? You alive, you living, you look
Yeah.
young. You know what I'm saying? Pop some motherfucking champagne
Yeah.
to that. You know what I'm saying? Salute. Make some
Salute.
motherfucking, money, health, and wealth. You know what I'm saying? Thugged Out Thursday. Shout out to my partner, Mike Booth. Shout out to Dinero.
Like I said, we want you to keep enlightening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The people's.
Like I said, I'm not stopping.
I need-
and that's why I tour, because
I want to tour with you.
I like to go and get in, and I go in the hoods. I don't go, man. People, when they see me, they can't believe I'm in there. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, what are you doing there? We're over 70 cities touring already.
I'm coming. I'm going on tour. I'm ready for tour.
This year we should do another 40 cities. Dex is in the building somewhere. He's setting up all my tours and shit.
Okay, so
Thugged Out Thursdays.
But it's not
But
a
it's
normal tour. Tell them.
yeah, it's not when I say tour. So what I do is I do seminars because
we do
education.
seminars.
You talking about education? So I feel if I have to educate,
Listen, I'm down
and then
for
after
public
that I do contests, and then instead of calling it showcases, I do contests, and then the winners out of those contests, when they sign up, the winners they get a distribution and services through my platform.
You know what's crazy?
how you think are they doing?
And they own everything.
Okay?
I don't own anything. I don't know publishing. It's so important to keep
dope.
saying that because I don't want no one to think that I'm taking someone's masters and trying to get it. Nothing. The only thing I do own, I own one thing. I own the right to sell your shit.
Right.
Which you need. You need me to sell your shit.
Are these artists doing okay on the label? Like,
Again, it's all relative based on you eat what you kill. I heard, I think it was Clipper he said one of my expressions. I got a lot of expressions that I like to always give to artists so that, one of them is you eat what you kill. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't out trying to kill shit, you ain't gonna eat. You're gonna starve. Don't blame me. It's your shit. It ain't my shit. This is thugged out. I cannot come in here and change shit up and do things. You do what the fuck you want. All right, so when you independent, understand what independent means. I like to put a mirror in front of artists and look at themselves because they always want to point a finger. I don't know any artist that ever said, yeah, it was my fault. Right? I never hear that. They always blame the manager or this or that or it wasn't this. Maybe your record wasn't hot, nigga. See, I like to, but I'm not the one. I don't talk to no one about their music, right? In the sense of, is it hot or not? Because it's your music. I look at it from a different perspective today. I don't own it, so why am I critiquing your music? And everyone has an opinion with art. Think of Picasso, the painter, and he was making pictures with all types of noses over here and eyes over here. Them shits is priceless. You know what I'm saying? But I guarantee someone was sitting there saying, yo, what are you doing? That shit is crazy. No one looks like that. You can't tell an artist what they want. So let them enjoy their craft and their music. But what I am telling them is, I don't care what the fuck it is. When you do it right, it will make money.
That's right.
That's power.
Thank you.
And it's something that I'm going to take into multiple cultures, multiple places, meaning overseas to different places everywhere.
Listen, Chris, let me tell you something. We have a few projects because we're producing so much with this podcast. It's crazy. It's been amazing. Me and Booth, shout out to Q, shout out to Ito, shout out to everybody.
Ito, what up?
Listen, listen, that support us and been a part of this.
Angel, what up?
Yeah.
Reek, what up?
The lighting, you know what I'm saying? My homegirl right there. Thank you.
The list is long.
Yeah, the list is super long. I'm very grateful to have you on board. Dugged Out Thursdays. We're already like episode 7. If
dope.
That, maybe 8.
Dope.
Yeah, we episode 5 just came out, but we just so far gone. But
dope.
You gotta relax. So I'm gonna tell y'all like this, right? We're gonna work something out with Chris. What you think, boo? We're gonna go sit down with him. We're gonna sit down with Chris and Dinero.
That's what we love.
But listen, I got some plans.
Cause y'all got podcasts. I own internet radio stations.
That's what you know what's crazy?
Can you
Over 25. I think it's 27. Rich, what up?
Yo, Chris.
Self, what up? Ty, what's good? I love what y'all doing.
We got different talent. We got artists.
We definitely love what you're doing, and
appreciate
not
it.
only I love what you're doing, but you enlightening these artists at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
Wait till I know I said I got over 2,000, but by the end of the
cities?
I toured over 70 cities. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna have millions of artists on this platform, and then it's lights out. I tell everyone, 2,000.
Oh, 2,000 now.
Yeah, over 2,000. Over 2,000 now. But you know what? I tell everyone because Black, Latino, we don't allow each other to grow. You know what I'm saying? I said, this is my iPhones. If I'm Apple, this is my iPhone. This is my iPhone 1. Yeah. Let me get to X and see what the fuck happens, nigga. Because what I got to plan and envision for artists to empower them, even comedians, I was telling them, it's all about one thing. It's about owning your intellectual property. And once you do that, we could monetize it. And in my distribution already is I could do television shows, movies.
Listen, Chris,
but I didn't start there. It's too much like to give the world at once. So I said, let me just do artists first. Now I'm about to do producers next. So people with beats, I tell them, this is, the industry. In music, the industry that got hit and affected the most is with artists, after artists, is the producer. Producers, I used to sell Irv's beats for $250,000 a track. Okay? So now we sold one beat for $250,000.
Hold on.
Each. Facts. Damn. Look, when we did the two J-Lo records. Listen, we did them two, and it was multiple times we did it. It wasn't just one time. We did it a lot of artists. A lot of artists paid $250,000, but we did the two J-Lo records. They gave us the $500,000. Plus, they gave us the private jet for fucking 2 weeks. We could go anywhere we want. For 2 weeks, we could go wherever we want, like a taxi. You know what I'm saying? That was Jay Murder. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is, think of it, we was getting $250,000. Now you could buy a beat for $20, $300 online.
I just want to say
so it ruined it.
Where OT Genesis, whatever.
Oh yeah, cause I
bought the beat for $200 online.
Online.
So
3 million records.
But once you buy the beat, the producer of the beat, you don't have to do nothing else. You don't get nothing.
It's crazy.
You don't work for hire. I bought the beat from you.
It's over. It's a deal.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you.
We good, Papa.
That's why I tell niggas like
hold your head, son.
Yo, Chris, you know what's crazy? You know why I'm so focused, right, Chris?
Yeah.
Because I tell niggas like this. This is Thugged Out Thursdays. I say fuck a beat, and we're going to keep it street. And we're going to give me bars. Am I correct, Chris? And we're going to put our own beat, and we're going to shake, and hing, sing, get it off the 1, 2. And we back. This is
we didn't invent none of these games we doing right now. We watched what them dudes did.
Yeah,
but it don't once we learn it, our culture, our people, once we learn it, man, we taking it. Yeah. You can't beat me after that. Once I know the game, you can't beat me at it. I got the game down. You can't beat me.
That's what something, man. Not because he's here. Like Chris is one of the most incredible visionaries. I sent him a picture the other day. Remember that? And I sent him a picture of the guy Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos. Okay, I gotta post it. Oh man.
Listen.
Facts.
1999.
Facts.
Mickey Mouse fucking desk. A little thing upside that he wrote by himself, spray paint that says Amazon.
That's right.
But nobody believed.
That's right.
So what I'm saying is
Amazon. Just so you know, Jeff Bezos will be the first trillionaire in the world. Mm-hmm. Jeff Bezos. Yeah. He's gonna be the first trillionaire.
What I'm saying is that everyone here, everyone is associated.
But he's gonna be the first trillionaire.
But there's a message behind that, my brother.
How do you get to a trillion? I want it. I want it.
I take the train.
He eating, yeah, facts. He's eating.
What I'm saying is that he has a vision with adventures in the sense that anybody, right now, if today you decided to become an artist, because we all make a decision, someone inspires us.
I got surprises.
You can go to adventuremusic.com, sign up, become a member, right?
Yeah.
And now you have digital distribution worldwide.
Digital distribution. That's big.
So I think that's the opportunity that you give independent artists.
Music.
You know, and to keep it 100, there's a lot of distribution companies out there, right? There's a lot of I didn't market because I'm not automated yet. So me doing over 2,000 artists takes a hell of a lot of people, money, and time. But my tech will be done by March, April this year, and then I'll be fully automated, and that's when I'll grow over fucking.
I have a question for you.
You know, millions of artists. I'll get to million artists and plus.
How do they sign up to
adventuremusic.com?
That's it. Just go there, you click
You
on.
saying, shit, yo, you gotta relax, yo.
Hold
on. You trying to get at me, yo.
That's simple. They just boom, boom, wham, and that's it.
Yeah. I want to make it as easy as possible. You know, when you think about this industry, it's 30 plus years of my knowledge that I'm putting in it to help. I'm giving up game that no one's going to give you because they want to exploit you. You know, ignorance leads to exploitation. Think of any artist. I don't care. I like to let people understand the game. If you don't, that's the worst deal you will ever get when you first start. Because you're ignorant. You don't know what's going on. And that's for every artist. I'm talking about Michael Jackson. No one is exempt to that. No one is exempt to that deal.
Is it
you understand what I'm saying?
$3.99 to get down with?
No, hell no. Now this shit costs.
$3.99. Everybody. It's not $3.99.
No, but I'm gonna tell you what it's $300, but all platforms charge you, right? They charge you in one way or another. They charge you to keep your music up, which is the worst to me because you know why is Universal so big? It's called catalog. They got all those records that they have. That's catalog.
They own,
you know what I'm saying? And that's how they pay their bills, all old music. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to show you is like I won't charge you for that. I charge you a one-time fee for as many releases as possible. Other companies charge you. The biggest company is TuneCore. I say it because I'm not afraid of nobody like these companies. You know what I'm saying? So TuneCore is over 1 million plus artists, but they charge you every time you put out a song. You will go way past $300 if you're actually trying to be in this game.
Successful too.
Exactly.
You get what you put in.
You eat what you kill, baby. You eat what you kill. And don't let no one tell you what it should be, yo. Do you? That's why I will not critique no artist's music.
Nah, we not.
I don't do that.
You got any more advice for any up and coming artists?
Yeah, work. Put shit out. You know, today, in my opinion, like I always say, it's my opinion. Nothing's 100% but death. So whenever I say, there's always going to be the exceptions. But I like dealing with the large numbers. You feel me? So I'm dealing with the ones that really make, like this is the majority of the people. So the way people win today is quality and quantity. Okay? They're not putting out one record. You know, these independent artists give you a record and don't give you another record. I'm like, how you going to beat anybody in the game would just want me, nigga, I don't get. You know, think about how you found your favorite artist or you found your favorite artist. Think about it. It wasn't never one record. You might have been on them like, oh, that was hot, but you waiting to hear the next record. And I'm trying to teach these artists, like, if you ain't feeding them people, they gonna go find someone else. You know, and there's a lot of things that I didn't go to school, but I studied this game. You know what I'm saying? You know, the amount of time people are on and consume music is bigger than ever. You know what I'm saying? So you only have but so much opportunity to get in their ear because they consume it so fast. Think Future dropped 2 albums, right back to back, like
DMX did.
Well, DMX took months. Yeah. We did that with him, right? We did that with Excellent and Rough Riders and D&Y, but that took months. That took like 6 months and then another 6 months. So in 1 year he did 2 albums. So he was the first to ever do that. But Future did it 1 week, next week.
Yo, I need to put an album out.
So when you think about what I'm saying, it's like, yo, you got to have quality and quantity. Because if you putting out trash, and I try to tell everyone, because people don't know what distribution is, I said, well, if they know what the street game is, if they know about that, I said, if you had a product, whatever it is, and I told you I have distribution, what is the first thing you think?
We're going to eat.
Ah! Exactly. We gonna eat. Listen. But guess what? The flip side is if that product you got is bullshit, then it ain't blue magic, nigga.
Right? Let me tell you something.
Right.
You
I
ain't
just wanna ask
eating.
you one more question. Like,
You better
so,
change your name.
Say I'm the artist and I put my project out on your platform.
Yeah.
Right? Do you guys do any type of promotion?
First,
for your
again,
platform,
for the money you get, we reach over 5 million people on our platform currently,
Assets.
right now, and that is part of when you sign up. It happens to. It's all part of everyone's release.
It's what
release.
It's what his machine is.
It's part of my machine. So my machine, I will end up being, like I said, I'm on iPhone 1, but I will end up being probably the biggest marketing firm in the world in like 5 years.
Yo, I want to be in with
You
that.
understand? And it's still gonna be geared towards artists. But imagine if I could go when I'm reaching 50 million, 100 million. If I reach, let's just say I'm reaching every 2,000, I'm reaching 5 million people. It's simple. It's just math. It's numbers. Like, so when I get to 10, that's 5 times that.
So
you
what
know,
is it exactly?
that's 25
Could it be
million.
an
You know what I'm
album, a
saying?
single?
So when I'm at 20, it might be 50. Anything you want. A single, album, EP, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So now if I'm at that number, I'm at 50 million and so on and so on. What is any brand gonna tell me when I say I want to market your shit and put it in 10,000 different videos? They gotta fuck with me. It's just there's no other company that will be able to do that. Like I said, I study this. This isn't something by guess. This ain't guesswork. And I will be able to move the needle for every company. And all they care about is impressions, eyeballs. So if they tell me to give me $10 million, they want 100 million in audience, I got you. And that's where I'll be at. And that'll be multiple brands. And then I'm giving artists money for their product, their project, but you got to incorporate.
You basically getting the cash from them,
or whatever brand it may be. Yeah. But who's going to do that as an independent artist? Free money. But then I could go get any artist. I could go get Beyonce and cut a deal for her because it doesn't matter. It's just numbers. And I could do any artist as long as they free. As long as you free. Kunta, you free, Kunta. You free, Kunta.
Let's go by free meaning independent.
I believe I took my entire catalog.
This is the emancipation. This is the emancipation for all record artists, record label artists.
Catalog is out at your music.
Facts.
So now when you go, you know what I'm saying? I just got a letter today from MediaNet about they want to distribute some songs, and at the end of the day, what I'm saying is that I know now everything. So I'm not only the president of Latin Division, I'm also a member.
Yes.
Right?
You got 2 albums out, right?
No, I dropped.
He's got more. He's actually. I'll go even further, but I don't like to talk anyone's business. Listen to me. I don't want to talk anyone's business, but he's actually the highest grossing artist on the platform. But he brought over his entire catalog. Over 100+ songs from Universal. He took it down from Universal
His brother used to work
and brought it over to Adventure Music. The biggest artist, I'm gonna go even further. The biggest artist in the world, streaming, which is the #1 way to measure music, is Daddy fucking Yankee. So don't get it fucked up. And listen, I'm not Latin, I'm going to say it again, but if you're not paying attention to what's going on, we going to lose it.
I know Daddy Yankee personally.
You understand?
Let's make some noise for that. Yes, that's a friend of mine.
That's the ill
Yo,
shit.
Chris, you know what's crazy? This podcast, I don't want you to think that it's just an interview.
That's bigger than Beyonce. That's bigger than Drake.
Yo, you want to know one thing,
That's
Chris?
crazy. Taylor Swift, fuck it, go to
Chris,
the white shit.
Yo, Chris.
That's bigger than all that. Adele, that's bigger than all Daddy Yankee.
Yo, listen.
Get it under, and that, he ain't even a new nigga.
Listen, people looked at N.O.R.E crazy.
Nah, N.O.R.E's a pioneer in this shit,
Listen
yo.
Definitely.
Yo, listen.
You gonna talk about it,
Dinero?
Dinero?
Yo, Dinero,
You gonna talk
listen.
about it.
A lot of people.
That's your lane. I'ma shut up.
Chris, I'm just giving I'm telling you the era because remember, at that time, it was just almost about that time that I was on the road because that's how I got with Dinero because he was on tour everywhere we went. Yeah. It was me, Zion Lennox, Don Omar, Daddy Yankee,
Pit
and I was coming. Pitbull's fan. I haven't seen Pit yet. I haven't seen Pit.
You know, we signed Pit on you know how that's the ill part of this whole shit. We signed Pit. TVT Blunt Records.
Pit is my man.
Pit,
shout out to
Pit.
Pitbull's very big Latin artist. Even though he's really not, he was really like a straight up, a Miami straight up
gangster rap.
Irv Gotti was the first one to believe in him. To be honest,
Facts. He wouldn't do his how he what was that VH1 did a whole special on it. He wouldn't do that without talking, telling Irv to be on there, get Irv. Because he told him to do all the shit he was doing.
That's dope. Just for the record, I just want everybody to know, right?
Pitt, what up?
Pitt, what up? Like he said, Daddy Yankee is the number one.
Mikey was good.
No Grand Booth. Light another one up. Daddy
Blow
Yankee
something down,
is the
son.
number one known streamer right now. And you want to know something, Booth? That's family to us. Because listen, at one point, right, I'm going to be honest with you. Nobody believed in reggaeton. N.O.R.E took the reggaeton.
N.O.R.E did it.
Introduced that to...
What?
I want to say something at that moment. I want you to understand.
This is reggaeton with Daddy Yankee on it.
Did. I want you to understand what Oye Mi Canto
Let's be clear, y'all.
Before Oye Mi Canto exploded 4 people's career, Nina Sky took off.
Correct.
Right? Big Mado and Jim Star took off. They were like a duo. Daddy Yankee's career took off, right? And then he catapulted reggaeton into mainstream. N.O.R.E. because Oye Mi Canto was the first song in the history of music
to do the crossover.
Now y'all know why he's my president. He knows this shit.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. Me and N.O.R.E. Yo, let me tell you something. Me and N.O.R.E. was driving around.
Facts.
And I remember back then because OG Juan had signed them to Rock La Familia when
Facts.
they didn't know what to do. It was crazy.
Listen,
no one knew what to do at that moment.
Let me tell you something what happened. This is what, listen.
But that catapulted Daddy Yankee's career.
No, listen. Daddy Yankee,
His
he
career
know
was
that.
done.
Look, shout out to Daddy Yankee. You fly ass
doing it,
motherfucker.
blood.
I seen the nigga. Yo, look, Chris, look how he took care of me. I was with Mo Yala, was with me too. So you know, and what's this nigga name? There was the same one, and we landed in Vegas. I forgot his name. Man, he pulled up, man. He was there too. He was there. Grizz. So I pulls up. I was with you that night at first. I seen you. That's when I seen you in front at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
When we was at the Daddy Yankee concert. You was in the front row.
Yeah,
and
facts.
I seen you. You like,
me and Lex. Lex, what up, boy? Get home.
You was in the front.
Lex gotta get home.
And the
gotta
nigga
get
Daddy
home,
Yankee,
man.
the nigga Daddy Yankee, just let's be clear, Chris. He seen me and was like, Ching Bing, what up? You remember that? That was big. That nigga said, yo, that nigga Daddy Yankee said your name, my nigga, in the front of the concert. That's my word.
Facts.
I'm like, that's my man. That nigga was like, boom. I went to the back. I see Chris. I said, Chris, I gotta go. I hit Chris. Boom. This nigga like, yo, I got 2 tickets. I don't care what you got. I'm going over there. I go see Daddy Yankee. The nigga Daddy Yankee.
That's crazy.
Like,
That's
oh,
right.
what's up? How you doing? You look good. You need anything, Baba? I'm like, oh, I'm good. I need help.
Send it.
I'm gonna come at you later, not right now, but I'm gonna see.
Get him up here. Now it's easy.
Like,
get him up here. Thugged Out Thursday. You gotta do that, homie.
He said, yo, we going over here to Cliff tonight. Be over there.
Yeah.
Try to leave now because I'm gonna be over there. I said, I'm over there. That's my word. I went over there. Word to everything I love. He had 40 bottles. He had no lie on everything I love. He had 20 bottles of Ace of Spade and the other 20 was rosé, and he was like, he don't even drink. That motherfucker,
he's good.
Focused.
He's good.
Shout out to Daddy Yankee.
Shout out to Daddy Yankee.
He don't even drink. He had 1 glass of champagne. He chilled. He was happy to see me. He was like, yo, that's you. You know me. I'm like this. You gotta relax.
You gotta relax.
Zion. Shout out to Zion and Lennox. They just got a #1 record out. It's out right now. It's a remix with Jay Alvarez, me and Mike Booth.
No doubt.
We was at his video.
Shout out to Jay Alvarez.
We was at his video shoot.
Thugged Out Thursday.
I'm waiting for some headphones.
The cultural thing, you know. You know what I found out when I started getting into like white people and their successes. You know, we never sit and talk and say, yo, what are you doing? Just simple as that. If I go out to an event and it's white, the first question when they see me, so what do you do? If we understood how powerful that so what do you do is, we would go so much further. We don't see black and Latin, we don't fuck with each other in the sense of what do you do. We really like, I'm good over here. I'm over here, nigga.
You what I do.
Yeah. But in that community, so what do you do? So it's weird. I always bring that up because I tell my kids that because
the champagne. Come on,
they pop it. So you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I tell my kids that because that's so real for me. Like, what do you do? Like it was a learning lesson because I wasn't trying to talk to nobody. But I learned, I'm like, why is these motherfuckers always asking me what I do? Like, do I stand out? But I realized they ask everybody that they don't know that. It wasn't just me, but in the beginning, I'm thinking it's some racist shit. Like, the fuck you, do I stand out like that? You just asking me what I do, motherfucker? I do what the fuck I want. That's what I was answering them with.
You have to learn.
I was answering them that, and then I learned and like realized like, yo, this is business. They trying to see if they could get money with me.
Right.
Because what they doing might make sense, and we could do it together.
Definitely.
And we
That's
don't
how they
do.
Always keep making money.
Let me tell you something. We do not do that enough, and that is something you have to learn in this culture, in this business. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn to ask, what do you do? Because I could be right next to you and not know what the fuck you do.
Right. And not knowing that we can make money together.
Facts.
Thursdays.
I do sports, right? And I had a meeting with Jay and OG Juan. Jay, Hov, what up, boy? You know what I'm saying? Juan, what's good? Dez is a beast over there. People don't know Juan's wife. She really, man, Desiree. Dez is a monster. So I had a meeting with them for Rock Nation Sports. And when I go and talk about all the sports stuff, because I'm into mostly basketball, but I also have football too now. Boxing, of course. So when I went in there, I told them, but you know, when I go and talk to all these athletes right now, and I'm trying to explain to them, back in the days, just 15 years ago, that's not a long time, right? 20 years ago, that's not a long time. We didn't have the ability to go to the GM of a team and have a relationship. The difference is today we can do that. It's all open. The difference is those GMs, all those contracts too, like the laws change. The contracts is really one-on-one. You can't change a rookie's contract. Right? And let's say you LeBron, your contract is also set. It's like they gonna give you exactly what you asked for, and they know exactly what they're gonna give up. They know. It's like, here you go. It's very limited amount of it's a very limited amount of wiggle room, and that to me is what makes the game different, and why we should not, if I'm an athlete, be fucking with Schwartz or any of them, because that money to again, it is what it is, will never trickle down and affect your family or someone around you. It will never help no one that you know. That's all I'm saying. And if you're the athlete, talent runs everything. Talent runs everything. It's just they're not for whatever reason, God is a funny dude. So what I mean by that is he gave you the talent, but he ain't going to let you run the business. You won't be that. You won't. It'll be someone else running that business. Talent makes the money. The money, the other guy, the analytical guy, is the one that controls it.
Hold on. Make some motherfucker the analytical guy.
Yeah, talk about it.
Thursdays getting relax. I'm just throwing that out there. You gotta relax. N.O.R.E, we winning.
But you understand, that's a big understanding. Artists don't get it. Athletes don't get it. And if, when Jay was talking about, that's the only way we get money, either rapping or sports or basketball, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever it may be, like, we need to understand economically, those guys are making a lot of money. We could control that. And guess you're going to control all of these other things from marketing. And that's what changes everything. I'm going to shout out Steve Stout because people don't give out Stout enough credit. But Steve Stout, without the marketing dollars he brought into our hip-hop culture. And when you talk about reggaeton, that is fucking hip-hop. So when I say hip-hop culture, that encompasses everything. When you see Taylor Swift rapping every word, and then she goes makes her white record, all her fans is knowing, who the fuck is she rapping about? Whose song is that?
That's hip-hop, goddammit. Make some
you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's what it's about. It's this hip-hop culture. So that hip-hop culture, Stout is the one who, when you talk about moving it forward, he's the one who moved it forward.
Listen, let me tell you something.
He put Fortune 500 companies.
New Year's Eve, we just Stout. New Year's Eve.
I was just in Vegas.
Like I said, these are people that
very influential. So
a lot of people don't know about. Everybody know about the artist, the person that's singing the song, but they don't know about the people that's making these real things happen. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying?
I give them a lot of credit.
We starting from here. We starting from Sid. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
There's levels, but
Without that money, though, from corporate America, from Fortune 500 companies, from billion-dollar brands, to put into hip hop, it doesn't make it as popular or mainstream as it is, and you're not as successful, and you won't make as much money. You know what I'm saying? And that's what he did. Again, and I give him all the credit for that for the hip hop, because no one else understood how to put those two things together. Right. At that time. Now it's easy.
Thugged Out Thursdays.
Thugged Out Thursdays.
Thugged Out fucking Thursdays. No better way to end this shit.
Listen to me, man. Tonight,
oh man,
was a beautiful night.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, we finished almost all the bottles too. That's a beautiful thing too.
Yo, like I said, we didn't interview no artists tonight. What we're gonna do? We still gonna have the freestyle later. We had the people behind the scenes, behind the.
Listen, artists get to shine all the time, man. God damn,
we need the behind
let
the
another
scenes
nigga
to
live,
shine.
man.
And that's we want
Facts.
everybody needs to get bigged up.
Listen, let me tell you
because the artist can't do it by himself.
It's all good.
The artist cannot do it by himself. You feel me?
When I first got the call, well, I didn't get a call. I got a text. And
it ain't all about artists,
my
yo.
man tells me, yo,
artists can't do it by himself.
I think we need this on Thugged Out Thursdays. I said, yo, you just blew my fucking mind. I said, you know what? I said, let's connect the dots. I'm in. I'm gonna let the team know. And you know, it's just, yo, I'm so honored.
It's funny. I appreciate you, believe me, but it's funny because everyone knows Irv, and I always been behind the scenes, but ain't nothing. Irv's my little brother. I raised him. At the end of the day, there's nothing he didn't do that I didn't do for him. Right. It's just he has a talent that I don't have. Right. And so my job was.
Talent.
Exactly. So my job was to support that talent, to make it fester and grow.
You used to be like, yo, little bro, go.
I did it.
Leave little bro alone.
I took him from 5,000 to 250. You know, Irv as a producer. Yeah, I wouldn't let no one talk to him.
Nah, you kept him DJing.
That was hard enough. See, people don't understand back in the days, this hip-hop shit has changed so much. Man, you couldn't move around, yo. Listen, man. Unless you was like that.
Yo, you know what?
When we was everywhere, listen to me, man. You got tested by everybody. There's not anyone that I didn't run across and deal with.
Yo, Chris, let me tell you one thing, right? I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm a fucking Nas fan, right?
Yeah.
Look, let me tell you something.
Esco, what up, boy?
Esco, what up, my nigga? Shout out to my queen.
Worm, what up? What it do?
What it do, man? Hold your
Come
head.
on.
Listen, Lord Littles, Taheen.
Lake,
you know
what's good?
Let me tell you something, right? I thought Nas was gonna be on Murder Inc.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Guess who put that deal together? Steve Stout.
Steve Stout, I told you, these big guys behind the scenes,
if
man.
Nas would have
Charlie M.
That's
what I call Stout. Charlie M.
Okay, Charlie M.
Yeah.
So that shit, you could. Let me tell you, they would have had.
Hey, his first song was The Pledge. Yo, when you know, this shit is deep, but you know, this shit is crazy because the first song we made him do was The Pledge. Wow. Nas did The Pledge. He's pledging allegiance to fucking Murder Inc. The Feds stopped us.
Stopped a lot of things, man.
Shout out to the government.
God bless. You know what I'm saying? Y'all here. Y'all can make it happen again. You know what I'm saying? And you making it happen in a different form.
Facts.
And
Charlie M, I call him Steve Stout Charlie M, but Steve Stout, to be the executive that he was, again, in hindsight is 20/20. When you in it, you don't understand everything.
People don't see it. People don't understand
He's seen what was going on, and he's the reason he pulled out, or else Nas would have went through. But let me tell you, it was a big deal. Like, that was a big deal because...
Tell me.
Yeah, I'll give you some shit right there.
Some shit because
you know, Irv may not talk about it, but that, you know, Jay-Z is someone that we started with. Yeah. Jay is like, that's not like, that's my brother, that's family. Yeah. So imagine Irv is telling Jay, you know, we had to call a meeting. We went to Baseline Studios to meet up with Jay to tell him we thinking about signing Esco. This is now, Irv, just so y'all understand, Irv produced fucking Super Ugly with Jay. You know what I'm saying?
Super Ugly?
Yeah. You know, Ether killed it, but it was a freestyle versus a record, and Ether won, of course. The records are always going to be the freestyle.
That's what I love about hip-hop, man.
And Jay, this is fresh off that, and Irv thought for some reason it's going to be cool, but Jay, in hindsight, Jay said, yeah, it's all good, but it wasn't all good. You know, but that's family. Like, it's like, So, you know, I mean, the history there is so strong, but
I love the fact.
But that Stout pulled out because he seen what was happening with the feds and everything, and he pulled back.
I love the fact that y'all had something to do with DMX.
Oh yeah,
in a way, a lot of people don't.
In a way,
but no, I'm saying a lot of people.
We saved X's life. X can't. Earl, what up, nigga? Come on.
No, I don't mean.
I used to go to Harlem. Listen to me. I used to go pick him up to give him money, just so he could eat.
So no, I understand.
He was like, you know what I'm saying? I would,
X
I see him in.
Look, X. I seen X one day coming.
X family, yo.
That's my brother. I love him.
Yeah.
He said that leather look.
That's how he did it.
I did it. What he said?
He walked out. As soon as this nigga walked out, he came. X walked down. X looked. This nigga had the coat. He's like, he said, he looked at his boots. He was like,
need that. Yeah.
Let me try that on.
Tough. That's what's up.
Yo,
X, what up?
Yo, it's like, yo, I look good in this. He's like, yo, got you.
This is epic. I love you, X.
You know, X.
Shout out to
X was a special dude. He's a special dude.
You know, shout outs to Ali.
Yeah.
You know, one of the executives that we is
X is special, man.
He managed DMX for a few. Let me tell you something, man. I know my brother one day, DMX came to his house and was in his little garage, right? Like his little hut. And I took a man cave and Booth took the picture, right? Mm-hmm. And he was the only star. Like I never listen. I've been around him with everybody named Mother, and he's like, But with this nigga X, he was like, oh shit.
All right, so in my history, I'm 30 plus years in the game. I know Tupac, Biggie. Like I don't like Pac, man, because God bless the dead, Stretch. That was family. I'm Queens, you know what I'm saying? Our house Queens. Stretch is right there off of Springfield, and that was our family. Him and Chris, his brother, and he. So at the end of the day, so X to me behind Tupac. Mm-hmm. Tupac being number one. I used to see girls faint, cry with Tupac. Wow. X is number two.
Yo, that motherfucker one.
Like from the way people reacted when they seen him. You know, I'm talking about Jay, Big, you know. It wasn't they huge. Even Rule was a monster.
I can imagine him in his time.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Rule was a monster, and he was a sex symbol at the time. But it's different, different energy.
Different energy. Still to this day, when X perform and he do a show,
he stopped in the middle of the fucking show. Listen, first of all, we all the way in PA, right? And when we go to this club, right? I said to myself, we in PA, right? I'm gonna see Spanish and black people. Word of my mother.
Oh, white.
It was all white people in this motherfucker. Like this.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh shit.
They love our culture.
It was Mike Booth on stage, me, Ali, and his DJ.
They love our culture, baby.
This motherfucker. And then in the
we the
middle of the stage,
pipers.
in the middle of the club, the nigga DMX got down and did 50 fucking
push-ups.
Yo,
I think I was there.
Yo, my nigga.
They grabbed the Henny.
Yeah, I think I was there on everything.
I gotta step my game. They said, yo, dog.
And he used to say, I still could do it.
That's right. Niggas can't be yo,
shout out to X, man.
Shout out to X, man. Love you, boy.
Yo, Chris, man, this podcast, man, we doing it for the streets.
Believe that.
We being real with it.
Yeah.
Yo, this is my brother. Like, we got a lot of friends. Like you said, it's just not even about a rapper.
No.
This necessarily,
It's bigger than that.
I'm into, you know what I miss about hip-hop? I miss the black CEOs. I miss the Biggs being the CEO. I miss the D being the being the CEO, your brother being the CEO.
You know, we changed that.
Like, yo, you know what, little nigga? Fuck, like you just said, you spent 300 bands on a nigga.
Yeah.
Niggas is hitting me in Booth right now, like, yo, I need a deal. I'm like, yo, y'all niggas gotta relax. Shit, nigga, we just, nigga, what the fuck? We just got a podcast going on.
I'm gonna tell you what a deal is.
Like, nah.
A deal is a fucked up loan with terrible interest.
We gotta work.
Once you pay it back, you don't get to keep the profit.
Yeah, you gotta relax. So we like,
Facts.
you gotta relax. Keep
That's
your
real
head up.
shit.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get
Once
me
you
wrong.
pay back, you don't own it. That's the ill shit. We reckon the business.
Like a lot of people don't understand talent.
They advance you money, you pay it back, and they still own everything.
Yeah, like Chris said, he said talent.
Shit is crazy.
He said talent. It's a lot of talent out here. We trying to expose talent.
Now it's easy.
Thugged Out Thursday.
Thugged Out Thursday.
This is Thugged Out Thursday.
Tonight is a big night. We
night.
loved it. We had a great time.
Yeah, dope.
Thank you,
Man, thank you. Booth, thank you.
Thank you, yo.
Yo.
Thank you very much.
Ching.
Thugged Out Thursday.